may have been on whoever, I believe it may have been Spooner that went up first, but Tiselli absolutely had a clean block. Jones drains the first one. It'll be McDonald and Tiselli trying to get this rebound. Jones with the second. Good. Bedford with a little bit of a press here. Ja'Cory McNeil trying to keep the ball away from Lee.
Lee gets it across court.
Yeah, Lee is very good at getting that ball up the court.
That was a good look.
Mulligan came away with the steal on that one.
He's open.
McNeil, three, hesitates, can't get it to go. Out of bounds, Bedford will stay with the ball. Last touch by Brian Grasso.
Okay, so when you hit 0, we're going to switch up.
1:25 remaining here in the first half. If you're just joining us, I'm Josh Schreiber, alongside me, Sam White. We apologize for the technical difficulties we had early in this game, but we are up and running now. Shot there, no good from Bedford. Great defense. And Lee comes away with it. Lee, mid-range.
That's a tough shot.
No good. Nice rebound by McDonald. And a foul there called on Bedford on the floor.
Looking back at that last shot by Lee, he might have got hit there.
Yeah, I think he was trying to draw a foul. He does get that call occasionally, not on that one. Lee was the leading scorer in their last game, 22 points for him. Porter Moody at 18, but he is not playing tonight. Obviously, Wayland very hopeful they can get him back shortly because he is a huge part of this team, as are Emmanuel and Dana Fisher.
Yeah, again, missing those two guys is crucial.
Lee is the only captain active for Wayland tonight. Now it'll be Tiselli. Wayland with a 2-for-1 opportunity here, if they choose to take it.
Oof.
Passes off Lee's foot. He cannot save it. Bedford with the ball, down 4 now.
Looks like Wayland's not going to be setting up a press.
As Mulligan will check out of the game, Alper back in for Bedford.
They're going to let the ball roll up court.
Maybe try to get a quick bucket, but Alper thought about it, decides against it. McNeil almost loses it, gets it to Uwe Kisob instead. McNeil, 3, no good, front rim. Great rebound by Ryan McDonald.
Great defensive pressure by Wayland.
Now there is no shot clock, so Wayland can get the last shot if they choose. Tiselli driving inside. Tough layup, gets it to go.
Great cut and read by Luke Tiselli, bringing it to the hoop himself.
Doherty shouting at Wayland to get ready on defense. They are. Foreman, 3. No good.
No.
That is a great first half for Wayland. We're going to take a quick break, but we will be right back for the second half. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wayland Boys Varsity Basketball. I'm Josh Schreiber, alongside me, Sam White. We're getting ready for the second half here. Wayland is winning 35-29. Hopefully, everyone's starting to tune back into the game after we had some issues in the first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter. But we're back now, ready to go. Wayland has played an outstanding game, Sam, so far.
Yeah, I've personally been impressed with their offensive movement despite them being shorthanded tonight. But so far, Wayland having 35 points in the first half, that's pretty impressive offensively. But on the defensive end, we are going to struggle down low. That's expected, as we don't really have a true big man tonight outside of John Kelly. So, should be still a struggle defensively.
That's a tie-up right there. Great job by Ryan McDonald to force a jump ball on Matthew Foreman. Wayland has the possession arrow. They get it here. Lee now trying to beat McNeil up the court. He does. Grasso thinks about it, decides against it. Larson driving, gets fouled.
Great way to draw contact by Larson there.
When Larson's playing like that, able to shoot, driving, drawing fouls, he is playing at his best, and he's a dangerous player. Larson will shoot 2 at the line. Try to extend this lead. Makes the first.
It's what you expect from a solid shooter.
Mac Larson, very hard worker. Was on varsity last year, didn't exactly get significant minutes, but this year, completely different story. He is a starter on this team, and he is very, very important to this team's offense specifically. As he puts Wayland up by 8. Owakesobe thinks about it, decides against it. DeGangi in for 2, gets it to go.
See, Wayland's putting great defensive pressure on the perimeter, but once they get inside, they just collapse due to their size. Noah putting on
Shifty
the moves
moves.
all the way across court.
No good by McDonald.
That was a great look
And
by
he goes
Matt.
down. Alper inside, no good. DeGangi.
Rebound.
DeGangi had 10 offensive rebounds last game in that double overtime shootout. He also had 28 points to match that, so he had an outstanding game, caused Wayland a lot of troubles, and he can bring this game to within 4 here. No good. DeGangi with the second. Drains that one. 5-point game. Lee really showing off his handles. Mid-range. No good.
I'll take that look from Noah Lee any day.
Yeah, he'll start to hit them as the game goes on if he continues to get those. 3, no good. Grasso can't come up with it. McNeil, no good. And Taselli can't hold on to it.
Just loses the rebound there. Had the box out.
Yeah, Wayland's playing well, but the issue with this is Bedford can get hot. That's what they did on Tuesday. They can make the threes fall in bunches, as we see Owakesobe thinking about it. Passes it to Foreman instead. Now Alper, Owakesobe, 3.
That's a deep one.
Gets to go. Timeout, Wayland. 2-point game now. Wayland up 37-35.
This is something Wayland should be worried about. If Bedford can start consistently hitting threes from the perimeter, then they're dangerous.
Sam, when a team is so short on players, it's obviously not only difficult to make up for those lost players in terms of production, but it also makes it difficult for the players active because they have to play extended minutes. What type of effect do you think that has on the players?
Well, this team is certainly going to have struggles tonight on the offensive end with these guys missing. With a natural all-around scorer like Dana not playing, the impact on the offense is going to decrease. And also when you have a facilitator like Porter Moody out, that's definitely pouring salt on the wound. On the defensive side of it, not having Dalek in the lineup is never a good scenario. This is a guy who's always been a defensive powerhouse for this team, using his length and wingspan to his full advantage. To see him out should be a concern heading forward into tonight's matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. But a common theme with these Coach Doherty-run teams, they always seem to battle through adversity, still play good basketball, and always stay in games no matter who they're playing.
Definitely.
We saw it a whole lot last year. Obviously a completely different team this year, but they're still just as aggressive, great defensive team specifically, and when Wayland can make shots fall, they're very, very dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that at the beginning of the last game against Bedford, jumping out to that 22-point lead. That was a thriller at the beginning. If they can just somehow figure out to do that on a consistent level, this Wayland team is going to dominate.
Taselli getting to Larson. They're going to try to get it to Lee, maybe. And, backcourt violation. Not really sure what happened there. Lee, you'd definitely rather have Captain Noah Lee taking that ball up. as he's done a great job tonight, but they paid for that one there.
Yeah, Noah Lee tonight has done a great job showing off his handle and getting the ball up court. He's been clearly the primary facilitator.
Now Alper, 3, no good. DeGangi gets a rebound, but it'll be a jump ball. Bedford will stay with possession. That was Luke DeCelli trying to grab the ball from DeGangi. Does force a jump ball, which you can't complain about. But another offensive rebound for DeGangi. McNeil outside. Awake-Kasob, deep 3. Gets it to go. That same spot. Awake-Kasob was their leading scorer going into the first game against Wayland. He can play. Larson, 3.
Movement.
Gets it to go.
What a shot by Mac Larson. Great ball movement by Wayland. Way to swing it around the perimeter.
And another 3 for Awake-Kasob. He is on fire right now.
It is just a shootout right now, Josh.
Yes. Now Bedford with the lead. Larson, no good. Tries to keep it alive, cannot. And now Alper will slow it down for Bedford. Noah Lee, tough defense. What a play by Lee to almost get that ball. Diving to knock it out of bounds like a cornerback.
Wayland's got to keep up as much defensive pressure as they can.
Absolutely. We see Spooner back into the game for Brian Grasso. And it's really only been these 6 in the game for Wayland so far. Mid-range, no good. Rattles around the rim and out. Ryan McDonald comes away with the rebound. Lee trying to get a play going.
Great shot by Lee.
3.
Nice screen there, setting it up for him.
Awake-Kasob, another. No good. Jump ball, Wayland ball this time.
I like what Luke DeCelli is doing down low in the paint. He may not be grabbing those rebounds straight up, but he is applying pressure and he's forcing these jump balls, which is what you need to do in this situation.
Now Tiselli. Wild shot. Can't get it to go. Now Bedford.
Bedford's going to take it out. Full shot clock. Pull up 3. No good, front rim. Dishes it inside. Brings it back out to the wing. 3 is good.
3 for Awake-Kasob. 1 point lead for Bedford.
Luke DeCelli brings it down court. Is trapped. Going to be Wayland basketball side out.
Noah Lee now with the ball. Trying to get something going. Down by 1. No good on that 3. Foul called. It will be Bedford ball. Wake is so. As Bedford steals it away. 1 point lead for them. Awake Asob, no good. Taselli with the rebound, gets fouled. So, we apologize again. We are having more technical difficulties as I don't think you guys were able to hear us for the past 3 minutes or so of game time. But we're back now, hopefully. Bedford up by 1. 3 ball in the corner, no good. Ryan McDonald gets the offensive board, puts it up for 2, no good. Larson now. Imani Jones tries to steal it away. He cannot. It will be Wayland possession. They're down 1 with 2:57 remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, Josh, still a tight one here tonight.
Absolutely. As timeout called here by Wayland, I believe. Anyways, this has been a crazy game, not only on the court, but off the court with our technical issues. Anyways, if you're just joining us, I'm Josh Schreiber. Alongside me, Sam White. This is Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland boys varsity basketball, Wayland versus Bedford. First game brought us a lot of craziness, double overtime, not something you see every game for sure. Sam, what are you seeing in this game so far?
Well, this game, I'm actually very impressed with Wayland's ability to move the ball on offense, especially considering they are shorthanded, of course, with Porter Moody, Dalek Emanuel, and Dana Fisher all out in tonight's matchup. But again, seeing defensive pressure, what we're seeing from Wayland is that they're playing great out on the perimeter, but as soon as the ball gets inside, they collapse. And what we've seen is either, one, they're going to dominate in the paint because we have, well, we lack a big man right now. We have John Kelly, but that's about it. And we've adjusted for that, and we've started to collapse down in the middle. But what that allows is for an open space on the perimeter, and so they've been killing us with threes as of recent.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bedford, if they start getting going, it is going to be tough for Wayland to keep up with them. So they've just got to keep harassing them on the defensive end, keep hitting shots. Larson, 3, no good. Foreman comes away with the rebound. Now McNeil gets it into Jones. Fadeaway shot, no good. Rebound by McDonald, taking out of Grasso's hands. Lead, nice pass. Now Spooner in the corner for 3, gets it to go.
Good shot by Garrett Spooner right there from the corner.
2-point lead for Wayland. Mulligan into Jones. Now McNeil outside, no good. Jones cannot keep it in. Wayland ball. 2-point lead for Wayland.
Mack putting a great effort trying to get that rebound. That's Ryan Mack.
And that was the biggest 3 of Garrett Spooner's career so far in varsity. He has been a big contributor here in this game already. He's going to see, one of those guys who's going to see increased minutes. McDonald now out to Grasso for 3.
Corner again.
Gets it to go.
Slaz with a big 3 right there. Puts Wayland up by 5.
He is a sharpshooter when he gets going. Brian Grasso, also known as Slaz. 3, no good from Matthew Mulligan. And a foul called on Spooner. He is not happy with the call. and Monty Jones will pass it in for Bedford. This has been a very entertaining game. Well, obviously you'd love to have all their players back, Wayland. It's really nice to see some of the new guys thrive when they're called upon.
Yeah, and they've certainly stepped up as Wayland now has the lead, but it's been competitive all throughout as a travel is called right there.
Yeah, and this Wayland team has been much more animated on the court than Bedford has.
Absolutely, they're definitely fired up tonight.
They came to play. Lee. Mulligan on him. Lee is very hard to stay in front of as a defender playing press. It's only a matter of time before he makes someone fall. Coach Doherty calls a play. It's Lee. Spooner now. Grasso. Into McDonald for two. Great look by Brian Grasso.
Great pass and cut right there.
Brian Grasso has passed some absolute dimes in this game so far. That is a valuable asset for a team. Awake Soap, no good.
Spooner gets the rebound. They'll bring it up court. What a pass!
Into McDonald for two. This Wayland team is playing with emotion right now. They are happy to be on the floor. They don't care who can play, who can't. Everyone making a big opportunity, doing a great job with the opportunity they've been given. Kasob, deep three, gets that to go. Great job by Bedford to stop the bleeding. No
Kasob has just had unlimited range tonight. I mean, he is shooting it from NBA 3 range.
Larson now to Spooner. 9 seconds left. Lee for three. Gets it to go. What a big three. He is pumped up. Bedford now. 1 second. Will they get off a shot? They call a foul, but it is after the clock it goes off. Wayland is fired up. 9-point lead for Wayland going into the fourth quarter. What a game so far, Sam.
Absolutely. We're starting to light it up offensively.
Absolutely, and we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland boys varsity basketball. I'm Josh Schreiber. Alongside me, Sam White. Wayland out to an unbelievable start to this game with just 8 minutes left to go. Bedford gets a quick two there, of course, right as I say that. But Wayland is up by 7. Three for Larson. Very long.
Missed everything there.
As now it'll be Awake Soap who's having one heck of a game. Alper three. No good. Rebound by Lee. Off the deflection. What a pass into McDonald.
Great vision there by Noah Lee.
Larson. No good. Now Alper. Into Awake Soap. Now into DeGangi. That's an easy two. No contest really there.
Dylan DeGangi just again dominating on the inside.
And that'll be a timeout called before they lost too much. Anyways, not the start to the fourth quarter that Wayland would have really wanted, but they are up 5, 6:52, plenty of time left for Bedford to make a run.
We just need to slow it down on offense. We're rushing shots. We don't need the last 2 shots taken by Mac Larson. We're too quick. We can definitely, our game tonight has been moving the ball around the perimeter and just finding open guys. We've been successful with that so far. Don't change anything now.
100% agree with you there, Sam. But if you're Coach Doherty here, Sam, What do you think he's saying to his team?
Well, Coach Doherty right now is definitely saying keep putting the pressure on the perimeter as Bedford is starting to heat up from three, especially with guys like Awake Kasob shooting from way beyond the arc. So, of course, don't neglect the inside as you are undersized, but really focused on the perimeter because they have a lot more shooters than they have inside scorers.
Absolutely, as Whalen will try to get something going. Really just got to keep scoring whenever you can, as Noah Lee gives a clap to our camera. McDonald passing it in now. Gets it to Lee. To Selly.
Selly finds the opening.
By and one bucket! Gets it to go!
Selly using his length and his strength to get to the rim and get the and one.
Flexing his muscles on Dylan DeGangi, who just could not keep him in front of him. That is a big, big bucket for Luke DeSelli as he will try to put him up 8 here. No good.
Can't get it to go. Wayland up by a touchdown.
Bedford now. Alper. Outside. Way off.
Missed everything right there. Complete air ball. Noah Lee will bring it up the court.
Yeah, and that was Michael D'Elia, first time calling his name. Lee trying to draw a foul, doesn't get it called. Coach Doherty is livid on the sideline. Alper almost loses it. DeGangi outside. D'Elia steps out about. No, I believe it is a timeout called by Bedford. I guess they thought Bedford was about to turn it over. As Bedford taking that timeout there. And Bedford, this timeout just about over. Bedford will still have possession. 18 seconds left on the shot clock. 6 minutes left in this game. A little bit more than that. Whalen with a 7-point lead. Inside, Alper completely misses everything. Spooner now. To be honest, Sam, I don't understand why Bedford isn't just getting the ball inside. It seems to be working when they do it.
Well, I think it's...
What a move by Larson inside!
Larson with the Euro step. Gets to the basket. 9-point for Whalen.
What a move by Larson. Alper, 3. Gets it to go. Big 3 by Bedford there to keep the momentum steady.
Well, Josh, the reason why they're just not really attacking the basket as much is just because they're finding so much success from beyond the arc.
And now to Selly. To Lee. They're slowing it down here. Lee gets it tipped, but McDonald heads up play to stay with it. They've got to get a shot off quickly. What a pass! McDonald for 2!
Yet again, another pass and cut that is successful for the Wayland offense.
McDonald has been the recipient of some absolute dimes from these Wayland players, whether it be Brian Grasso, Noah Lee, Garrett Spooner, Luke DeCelia, everyone making some really nice passes. As that one, not as much, but McDonald comes away with it.
Finds Luke DeCelia on the wing.
DeCelia spin move inside. Tries to get a shot off, gets it again. He wanted the foul there, didn't get it called. He is playing outstanding basketball.
We're seeing a much better version of Luke DeCelia tonight. As that 3 goes from the wing by Foreman.
Now Larson driving, shoulder down, they call. Couldn't exactly see.
They call offensive foul on Mac Larson?
I guess so. I guess they said he lowered his shoulder, but Not sure if it was enough to warrant an offensive
Not
foul.
sure I agree with that call at all.
Alper. 7-point lead for Whalen. Mulligan.
That's a contested
No
shot.
good. Excuse me, that was Foreman, not Mulligan. Now Taselli taking it up. This sort of shows Taselli's versatility. He can take the ball up, but also body some bigs in the paint.
Absolutely. He's really showing his potential tonight, and he's really attacking the basket well and scoring. Obviously not there, but Luke Taselli has been a huge impact.
Nice steal.
Positively.
Nice steal by Ryan McDonald. Pass by Lee. Up to Taselli, gets fouled. He will shoot 2 at the line. Great defense. Heads up pass by Lee all the way up to Taselli. Taselli gets fouled. He's going to have 2 big free throws.
That was an amazing pass by Noah Lee. Not even the cameraman could keep up with that one.
Our cameraman here tonight is Michael Long. Thanks for helping us out, Michael. Taselli gets the first one. I'm not exactly sure how many points Taselli has, as we have, first of all, not been able to watch part of the game, but we aren't keeping track. But I'm sure he is having one heck of a game in the stats as well.
Yeah, Luke Taselli, obviously inefficient in that last game, but tonight we're seeing a whole nother story.
As he shoots a second, gets that one to fall.
Those
2 for
2 for 2.
Those are big free throws. See if Bedford tries to get up a quick shot again. They do not. Kasob now from the elbow, front rim. Larson with the rebound. Lee inside, out to McDonald. 3 ball, way long.
That's a good look. Just bad execution with the shot by Ryan Mack.
Away Kasob, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it in for 2. 7-point lead for Whalen.
Showing off his athleticism there. Whalen's got to find a way to get on the boards.
And this is where good teams become great teams. If they can close games out like this one. That's a great finish by Ryan McDonald for 2 again. Everyone just playing great basketball as Away Kasob answers right back with a 2 of his own.
Seems both teams have forgotten how to play defense these final minutes.
Yeah, very high-scoring game. Lee loses out of bounds. Good sportsmanship by Max Alper of Bedford, helping Lee up. That is not normal for Lee to lose it like that. And he was not happy. Foreman now passes it in to Alper. Bedford seems to be playing better when they get off a shot early. That's what they'll try to do here. DeGangi in to McNeil for 2. 5-point game.
One's going to try to at least get it together somewhat defensively.
Timeout called by Whalen.
Both these teams have shown they can be offensively explosive, so Bedford getting 5 points in the last 2 minutes is certainly something that's within the horizon.
As timeout here by Whalen, trying to run something. Sam, what do you think they should run here?
Well, here I think you want to just try to run out the clock a little bit. Maybe just go for something that you know is going to work, right? So don't just focus on.
Get a little zoom in there. Anyways, yeah, continue, Sam.
Yeah, no, don't just focus on getting threes. It's not really about scoring. It's about just conserving the basketball and maybe getting some buckets to just expand your lead.
Absolutely, and we're getting ready to return to play. All right, let's see if Waylon needs to get some points here. Stop the bleeding a little. We'll see if they can get an open shot. Imagine you'd like to see either Larson or Lee getting an open shot in this situation, as they are doubling Lee off the inbounds, but he still gets it. Now Lee looking for something. Spooner now. Euro step.
Draws contact. He'll go to the line.
And Ryan McDonald giving some encouragement to Spooner here before the shot.
That's greatly executed by Waylon right there. Took some time off the clock and was able to draw the foul and get to the free throw line.
Drains the free throw. Free throws very, very important in games like this.
And of course, having a guy like Garrett Spooner at the line is certainly a good thing.
Spooner now with the second. Gets it to go. Big free throws. 2 minutes left to go in this one. Backcourt violation called on Max Alper. He did not establish himself in the front court before catching the ball. That is a big mistake for Bedford late in this game. McDonald now. Baseline. Almost loses it.
Don't rush it. Just keep it on the perimeter.
That's
Run
what I
down
was
that
thinking.
clock. You have the lead.
As Larson, they do lose it out of bounds, but Waylon will stick with the ball. That's a good point, Sam. I was just thinking that if you're Waylon here, you have a pretty decent lead. If you just run the clock down and don't score, that is okay.
Right. Just retain possession and just be careful with the ball.
Yeah, you don't want to give Bedford easy points.
Right. No stupid turnovers.
Taselli trying to get it into the lead. Can't.
Oh, right
Larson
there.
baseline. That's a shot that you're
Beautiful
okay with.
opportunity.
9-point lead. If they can get a stop here, it is looking very good for Waylon. They cannot. Foreman, nice shot by him. He's done a good job in this game, halting momentum for Bedford. Now Waylon with the 7-point lead. Let's see what they do here. Lee dribbling around. He tried to get fouled. He is very upset he didn't get a call. Not sure what happened there. Awake Kasob, deep three, no good. Larson with the rebound, but Awake Kasob steals it away. That's a mistake by Larson, giving them an extra possession. McNeil, three ball, Foreman, no good. Out of bounds, Waylon ball. Sigh of relief for Waylon. 52 seconds left on the game. If they can run this clock down, they're going to cruise to victory.
Big possession here. Bedford likely going to foul. Just make sure you get the ball to a good foul shooter. Someone like Noah Lee, Garrett Spooner.
Yeah, definitely Noah Lee. If they let them get the ball, they do.
He's got it.
Noah, good job, did not put that up, but McDonald does put it up.
Why shoot it?
I'm not really sure. I think Lee could have shot it because he was open, but I definitely don't mind him not shooting that. And I'm not sure McDonald was on the same page. He'll redeem himself, though, if he can make these.
Bounce.
Back rim, no good. You got to try to hit one of these.
It's a good thing it's a multi-possession lead. Even if Bedford will score in the next possession, just get the ball, hold on to it, do nothing.
Now McDonald, the second. You want to not allow Bedford to take a three either. I guess 8-point lead doesn't particularly matter. Mulligan corner, he didn't really want that, but he misses bad. Now Waylon with a chance to just dribble out this clock. Larson gets fouled, and Waylon will shoot at the line. So it should be a 1-and-1 for Mac Larson.
Mac Larson, definitely one of those guys you want at the free throw line, especially in clutch time.
Let's see if he can sink it as Grasso checks in, you also want him in the line too. He's arguably one of the best free throw shooters on this team.
Absolutely.
In practice, he was the free throw champion. Larson makes it a 9-point lead. That's a big free throw from the senior to seal this one. Gets it to go. This game
Nice job by Mac
all but
Larson
over
hitting
now.
both of those.
As they let him roll this out. McNeil now.
That's good D.
Rare can't get it to go.
It's great
It's Alpert.
one-on-one defense.
Now Foreman, mid-range, that's not going to do very much. Cecily comes away with it, and Wayland is going. We'll see what happens here, but I don't know. I don't see any way that Wayland could somehow manage to give this one away. What a game that Wayland played here tonight. 8 players on the team after a double overtime loss, and a tough one at that, in Bedford on Tuesday, just a few days ago. Sam, what did it take for Wayland to come away with this win?
Well, Josh, they kept it up defensively. We saw a fired-up Wayland team. This is a team that didn't play with as much talent as they did emotion. They executed well and just, played the game of basketball in an organized manner. That's why they were so successful offensively and defensively. Even though they struggled with size, they were still able to be as aggressive as they possibly could. And because of that, Bedford was forced to take a lot of threes, though they did heat up later to the game. We're starting to see a lot of misses now as they're really closing in on them on the perimeter.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is, I talked to this Wayland team before the season started, asked them if there's anything difficult about getting that team chemistry with such a weird off season, and they said no, not really. They've just been themselves. They're all very close on this team. As I'm sure you've been able to see, a whole lot of encouragement being given. It's a young team with not a lot of experience. They're all happy to get the opportunity they've gotten, and they absolutely came up big, every single one of them in this game. There was really no one that you saw out there like, oh, I don't know if they can compete at a varsity level. Every single one of them came to play.
Yeah, for sure. These guys, for certain, deserve the win tonight.
Taselli, they're going to run this clock down, I believe. Bedford will not bother fouling. And Bedford will get possession. 0.8 left on the clock. Not much they can do here.
That's going to do it.
That will do it here tonight. Wayland, what a victory here tonight. 75 for Wayland, 65 for Bedford. That is a team win. Sam, any closing words?
Yeah, no, I'm very, very pleased with what I saw from Wayland basketball tonight. Offensively, the ball moved around a lot. We saw a lot of guys score. It wasn't just the Noah Lee show, although he did a great job as a facilitator. Defensively, considering their position, missing big men and not really having the same size as Bedford, they still were able to successfully hold them. So, yeah, Wayland absolutely deserves the win tonight. Really put their heart into this one.
Yeah, and you see them pumped up on the bench there as we wrap it up. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back here Tuesday with another game. But anyways, I've been Josh Schreiber. Alongside me, Sam White. Thank you, and have a good night.